I came across this the other day. It's a reference book for K-6 science teachers, put out by the Department of Public Instruction back in the 60s. So, 1968. We have the inscription here of someone who must have used it. So, elementary science. We have introduction to science. We have living things. We have matter and energy. Earth and space. That's it. Using all resources available to you, prepare a scope for the science instructional program in your school. Discuss it thoroughly with the other teachers in your school and develop a scope of science topics which you will use. Insert a copy in the back of this bulletin in the manner suggested on page 196. So, the idea here is that the teachers would plan out the curriculum. So this is not too different from what we have today in North Carolina. What's actually really interesting, if I can find some suggested course activities, it's really interesting because the mentality of the 60s was somewhat different. Let's find something to look at. So this is a good starting place. You can see that it has the kids going out and looking around the community. It says, have the children explore their community and list all of the devices which they can find that are used in making measurements. When possible, bring some of these devices to the classroom. Here's an interesting little hands-on kind of thing. To illustrate a chain reaction, make a group of holes in a triangular pattern on a piece of plywood. A hole can be produced by hammering a nail about halfway through the plywood and then removing it. Insert the untreated end of a wooden match into each hole. Holding the block of wood vertically, touch a lighted match to the head of the match in the extreme bottom of the triangular group. One match will cause others to burn until the entire group of matches is aflame. Compare the match heads to atomic nuclei and the spread of the fire to a chain reaction. So, of course, this is the late 60s, getting kids familiar with the ideas behind nuclear power would have been very much the relevant thing. Have the children compile a list of all the chemical elements and write the symbol for each. Discuss the value of having symbols for the chemical elements. Some heat-related experiments. This one's interesting. Heating up that wire will make it grow slightly longer. Hang a metal weight from the middle of the horizontal wire. Measure the distance from the tabletop to the suspended weight. Heat the horizontal copper wire with a candle and observe the distance from table to weight as the wire heats and then cools. Very hands-on. Energy can be transmitted by waves. Little EM spectrum here. A liquid which is free to flow seeks a level position. Electric cells can be connected in a series circuit. Soil erosion can be reduced by careful soil preparation and management. You know, my grandfather would have taught using a book very similar to this if he was teaching 6th grade. At that time, he taught a lot of different things in science over the years. But he would have been familiar with a book like this. There's that connection to the past that I really like. And also whoever the unknown woman who we saw her name on the front. Anne Davis Wilkinson. So not unknown. That was somebody my age, somebody's grandmother perhaps, maybe not. Hundreds and hundreds of kids probably were taught by her. Probably somebody remembers her. That would be very interesting to find out. Air is a mixture of gases. The sun is the center of the solar system and the source of most of its energy. Saw something really interesting in here when I was looking at it before. There was an activity about going to the butcher store and getting animal parts to look at. So parts of our bodies. So 2A1 is probably where it was. This is fun. Have a party with animal crackers. All of the animal crackers are the same color. Discuss what color the real animal is, which is represented by each cracker. Wow. Obtain male and female mice, rats, or hamsters and keep them in a cage in the classroom. Observe them carefully as the female becomes pregnant, as the young are born, and as the young are cared for. List foods and other useful products that we get from animals. Illustrate the list with pictures that are available. Oh, look. This is about invasive species. Have the children report on what resulted from the introduction of rabbits into Australia, English sparrows into the United States, Japanese beetles into the United States, and other examples in which the balance of nature was disturbed. Discuss their findings. Okay, this is plants, that's matter, so to find it again. Tongue diagram. Oh, here it is. Well, no, that's not the same one, but look at this. Catch a fish or obtain one from a meat market. Cut it open and examine the digestive tract. Compare this with a picture of the human digestive tract. Gather information on and discuss what happens to food at each location in the digestive tract. Oh, this is relevant to now. Look at this. Have the children describe the symptoms of diseases which they have had, such as measles, mumps, chickenpox, etc. Invite a public health worker to discuss with the class what his agency does to reduce the spread of communicable diseases, like maybe vaccinations. Look at this. Breed a pair of hamsters. Prepare a medium for keeping fruit flies. Man, 60s science education didn't mess around at all. Oh, this is fun. Paint 50 toothpicks green and 50 in other colors. When dry, throw them out on the grass within a restricted area. Without indicating the purpose of the activity, have the children pick up toothpicks for 1 minute and then stop. Count the number of green toothpicks collected and compare the number to the number collected of other colors. Just as the green toothpicks are hardest to find because they blend into the background, so also are animals protected by being the color of their backgrounds. Very cool activity. So anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed taking a look at this old teacher reference book about elementary science from the late 60s. Take care now.